A few weeks ago, we did something completely insane. We bought a Navy barge. And not just any barge, a decommissioned, top-secret military barge that hasn't been opened to the public in decades. Today, I'm taking you on a full tour of this floating mystery, showing you things that were once classified, forgotten, or straight up creepy. When we first heard this barge was for sale, we thought it was a joke. No pictures, no detailed description, just a short listing that said, Retired Naval Support Vessel. That alone made us curious. Then we saw it in person, and that's when we realized, this thing is massive. From the outside, it looks like a giant slab of steel sitting in the water. No fancy paint, no markings, just raw industrial power. This barge was not designed to look good, it was built to survive war. The hull alone is thicker than anything you'd see on a normal ship, and there are reinforced sections everywhere, hinting that this vessel was meant to handle explosions, heavy equipment, or something even more serious. As we step on board, the first thing you notice is the silence. There's no engine noise, no crew, no movement. Just the sound of metal creaking under your feet and water hitting the sides. It feels abandoned, like time just stopped here. Right away, you see massive tie-down points welded into the deck. These weren't for cargo containers. These were designed to lock something heavy into place, maybe vehicles, maybe weapons systems, maybe something the Navy never publicly talked about. The deck itself is scarred, scratched, and burned in places, like it's been through intense operations. Now let's head inside. The interior entrance is narrow, intentionally. This wasn't made for comfort. These corridors are tight, with low ceilings and thick steel doors. Every door has multiple locking mechanisms, some of which we still don't fully understand. You can tell security was a huge priority here. This first room appears to be a control or command area. There are old panels, switches, and faded labels everywhere. Some labels are still readable, others have been scratched off completely. That alone raises questions. Why remove labels unless you don't want people knowing what they controlled? There's a large table bolted to the floor, likely used for planning or coordination. Above it, mounting brackets suggest there were once monitors or maps here. This room probably served as the brain of the barge. Moving deeper inside, we reach the crew quarters. And honestly, they're rough. Bunk beds welded directly into the walls. No mattresses left, just bare metal frames. Minimal lighting. This wasn't a place sailors lived, they survived here. Everything about it screams function over comfort. What's really interesting is how isolated this area feels. Thick bulkheads separate sections of the barge, meaning if something went wrong in one area, the rest could be sealed off instantly. That tells us this vessel was designed to handle emergencies, fires, floods, or worse. Now this next section is where things start getting really strange. We enter a room that looks like a workshop, but on a military level. Heavy-duty mounts on the floor, reinforced walls, and ventilation systems that are far more powerful than normal. Whatever happened here produced heat, fumes, or both. Some people speculate this could have been used for equipment maintenance, weapons handling, or even experimental systems. There's also evidence of power systems running through this area. Thick cables, backup lines, and emergency shutoff valves. This barge didn't rely on just one system, it had redundancies everywhere. Let's talk about the engine area. Even though this is a barge, it still needed serious power. The engine room is enormous. You can see where generators once sat, along with fuel lines and cooling systems. What's surprising is how quiet and isolated this room is from the rest of the vessel. Soundproofing panels line the walls, meaning noise control was critical. That suggests stealth or operational secrecy. One of the most chilling parts of this tour is a sealed compartment near the rear. The door is thicker than all the others, with warning markings still faintly visible. We're not forcing it open, partly out of respect, and partly because we don't know what it was used for. But based on its construction, this wasn't storage. This was something sensitive, maybe communications, maybe weapons related, maybe something we'll never fully know. As we walk back toward the deck, you really start to feel the scale of this purchase. This isn't just an old boat, it's a piece of military history. This barge supported operations, missions, and people that were never meant to be seen by the public. Why did the Navy build something like this? What exactly did it carry? And why was it designed with so many layers of security? Those are questions we're still trying to answer. Now, here's the crazy part, this barge is ours now. That means we can explore it, restore parts of it, and maybe even repurpose it. We're considering turning sections into a museum, a floating studio, or something completely unexpected. But we want to respect its history while giving it a new life. Over the next few videos, we'll be cleaning it out, documenting hidden areas, and possibly uncovering more clues about its past. There are still rooms we haven't opened, still systems we haven't powered on, and still mysteries sitting beneath layers of steel. Standing here, looking across the deck, it's wild to think this structure once played a role in global military operations. Now it's floating quietly, waiting for its next chapter. If you ever wondered what a real Navy support vessel looks like behind closed doors, this is it. No Hollywood sets, no special effects, just raw, functional, intimidating design.